Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're capturing the absolute essentials of this fantastic book on navigating one of the greatest cities on Earth, and we're going to do it in 8 minutes or less. We're talking about London. It's this thrilling, vibrant megalopolis that offers just a brilliant mix of the hallowed historical and the incredibly hip, cutting-edge avant-garde. If you want to conquer this city efficiently and with total confidence, you're definitely in the right place. Okay, let's dive into this. Thinking about Big Ben at dusk perfectly captures London's dual identity. It's a place where ancient roots seamlessly meet modern reality. I mean, you can tour royal palaces built literally 1,000 years ago and then spend your afternoon exploring trendy, multicultural neighborhoods or these wild contemporary art galleries. It's exactly this blend that makes London so endlessly fascinating. And, well, we definitely aren't the only ones who think so. The guide highlights a pretty staggering fact. Over 15 million international tourists visit annually. It's consistently ranked as one of the most popular destinations in the world. But that massive number poses a really important question for us. How exactly do you conquer a massive megalopolis that draws so many people without getting totally lost in the crowds?
To figure that out, we first need to understand what we're actually dealing with. Section 1. The London Vibe. And this brilliantly illustrates what I mean. Greater London is a sprawling 622 square mile beast, home to more than 9 million residents. Unlike New York or Chicago, there's no simple grid system here. Its layout actually traces all the way back to Roman times, made up of what were once small, separate villages that just kind of grew and merged together over the centuries. But amidst that grand, monumental architecture, you get these lush royal parks. Former royals-only hunting grounds are now places like Hyde Park, Kensington Gardens, and St. James's Park. They're basically the green lungs of the city, offering this peaceful escape right in the middle of the urban sprawl.
Section 2. Planning and Budgeting. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just how fast basic costs can jump up on you. As magical as the city is, London is undeniably one of the world's most expensive places to visit. Based on the guide's exchange rate of £1 to 1.65 US, a single one-way fare on the London Underground, the Tube, is £4. That's over $6 just to go a few stops. If you plan to hop around paying single fares, your budget's going to vanish before you've even had your first cup of tea.
So how do we hack this? Well, first and foremost, you absolutely must buy a travel card or an Oyster card. This gives you unlimited travel on the tube and buses for a fraction of the cost. Number 2, skip the expensive sit-down lunches. Grab fresh takeout meals from local supermarkets or sandwich shops and eat them in one of those gorgeous parks we just talked about. Third, walk everywhere you can. It's flat, incredibly walkable, and honestly, it helps work off all the pub food we'll talk about in a minute. And finally, skip the pricey keychains. Let your photos be your souvenirs.
Which brings us to Section 3, Navigating the City.
Before we go any further, let me give you literally the most crucial piece of advice right out of the gate. Do not rent a car. Seriously, driving here is a nightmare for visitors. You're dealing with heavy traffic on the left-hand side of the road, street meters that cost a fortune, and crazy expensive congestion pricing tolls. Just skip it. Instead, use this simple transit hierarchy. Step 1. The Tube. Fast, clearly marked by that iconic red circle, and it's the oldest subway system in the world. Step 2. The buses. Those iconic red double-deckers are slightly cheaper than the Tube, and they offer a seriously scenic view of the city. Step 3. Walking. Simply the best way to uncover those hidden cobblestone lanes and quaint little village vibes.
Section 4. Must-see attractions.
Let's move to and see how this builds. Once you've swiped your Oyster card and stepped off the tube, where are you actually going? The historical payoffs here are just unreal. These are your hallowed must-sees. The Tower of London, whose foundations were begun way back in 1066. The stunning Gothic architecture of Westminster Abbey. The iconic dome of St. Paul's Cathedral. The political heartbeat at the Houses of Parliament, and of course, the royal splendor of Buckingham Palace. You can literally trace 1,000 years of human history just by walking between these sites.
But hey, if you prefer your history indoors, and let's be real, out of the inevitable London rain, I have amazing news. So the crucial point is this: London's top museums are absolutely, completely free. You can just walk right into world-class treasure troves like the British Museum to see global antiquities, or the Tate Modern for incredible contemporary art, and you won't pay a single penny at the door. It is honestly one of the greatest cultural bargains on the planet.
Okay, let's talk about eating. Section 5, Food and Pub Culture.
After all that sightseeing, you're going to be starving, and it is time to completely shatter those outdated stereotypes you might have heard about British food. London is no longer just mushy peas and overboiled meat. Today, the city is actually home to more Michelin-starred restaurants than Paris. There's this huge emphasis now on inventive, seasonal, and local produce. You can sit down to a phenomenal modern British meal at legendary spots like Rule's or highly acclaimed places like Corrigan's Mayfair and just let your taste buds do the talking.
But you still have to experience the classics, right? You've got two highly contrasting, uniquely British options here. On one hand, the elegant, formal affair of high tea. Think delicate pastries, warm scones, and thick clotted cream in a fancy hotel. On the other hand, the relaxed, historic vibe of the local pub. Imagine grabbing a rich pint of ale at a historic spot like the Anchor, mingling with the locals exactly as Londoners have done for centuries.
So we've unpacked the ancient architecture, the sprawling royal parks, the budget hacks, the underground labyrinths, and the Michelin-starred cuisine. Within this 622-square-mile megalopolis, the possibilities are virtually endless. So I want to leave you with this provocative thought to ponder as you start mapping out your own itinerary. What will be your most memorable London moment?
Whether it's standing beneath Big Ben at dusk or discovering a quiet little pub in a cobblestone mews, this incredible city is just waiting for you to conquer it. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to In 8 Minutes and never miss what matters. Thank you for learning with us today.